Hello. It has been a while since we have worked on the videos, and this year I'm teaching year 8, so we might need some new material for the year 8. So let's do something new. So the first one we are working on, the unit we are doing is like algebra. So it is take a little bit of the requirements, a manipulation, expand and factorize in the unit. One of the bit we need a bit more help is the difference of two squares and the perfect square. So let's dig into it. Difference of two squares is actually an identity come with the squares. You see, different minus is different and the square is here. So that comes in a difference of two square. And the identity which we learn is a plus b, a minus b. Before we use them, we have to understand why this is happening. So to do that, what we can do is get onto it and then, thank you, now it's more focused. Get onto it and expand to see if they are equal, to show that they will be equal. So what we're going to do is like expand the left hand side. So I could have a plus b, a minus b. So we have the rainbow here, a squared minus b squared. And in the middle, we have plus ab and minus ab. Now that explains, because one AB is positive and one AB is negative, this will be gone. That gives us our A squared minus B squared. And this is how the name coming from, like, oh, it's a difference of two squared. That's how we're going to show through it. So if we are going to expand this using this rule, we're going to remember this rule, understand it, use it wisely. So to do this, we are going to go for some trick here. All right, are we ready with those? So we're going to start with expanding. The expanding doesn't mean that you're going to write it widely, but instead we would like to get through the, like remove all the multiplication to simplify it. So we have x minus 3 and x plus 3. All right, we need to check whether the difference of two squares could work. So what we're going to do is we're going to have check if the A and B is the same. Okay, it's a bit ugly there. Let me come. If the A and B is the same, that is the first chunk and the second chunk, do they look the same? If they do, then it will be great. I can move it up a bit. No, I can't. Okay, let's see a bit more. All right, if they do, they are the same. And then what we can do is the second thing we need to check if the sign, which is the plus and minus difference. So one is plus, one is minus. Then we can use okay to use difference of two square. Then it's okay to use difference of two square. What you need to do is give it two brackets. One go to A and one go to B. So x and 3. And then we have a difference minus for difference. Square A and B. So we have x squared and 3 squared. Last but not least, simplify. So we have x squared minus 9 here. Isn't that easy? So let's do that again. Okay, so the instruction is right next to us. Let me zoom in a bit so that we can see that bit. Instruction is here. Let's try another one, expanding. y minus 7 minus y and 7 plus y. Before we start, we check our a and b if the same, or a, b, 7y, 7y. Okay? Done. And then if the sign is different, one is minus, one is plus, fine. It could be 1 minus, 1 plus like the other area, so it's fine. Then we can, okay, that. So we have the minus for the different and the 2 square written down in brackets, and then you simplify. Definitely, we don't mind you to use different one, to use the expanding, but it will take a long time to do so. So I try to hide away from this. Okay, so this is the expanding of the difference of 2 square. Coming up, we will have the factorization with difference of 2 square. So stay tuned.